Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just recently went and checked my mail and I found this in there. So I thought I would review it because I haven't done a Boxycharm review probably since last year when I was actually making videos regularly. So I got this today. I thought I would dive into it, try to do something with the contents of the box. I've seen mixed reviews everywhere of this month's box saying that they kind of like went downhill in value. A lot of people are thinking that it might have something to do with the Boxyluxe that came out, which is awesome, unless you're waitlisted forever like I was, which is fine. We're over it. So without further ado, let's dive into this month's box. This is January 2019 and see what's in here. So whenever you open the box up, this is what it looks like. There is the little monthly theme card. It says Boxy and Chill. And then on the back, there is what's in the box and the value. Not gonna look at that until the end. And then underneath the protective foam are all of your items. First thing in here that I see is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3 eyeshadow palette. I know that we got one of these previously in a Boxycharm, and I did actually just look in my palette drawer and found this one. This is the Volume 2, so this is from a previous month. So when I took it out of the box, this is the one I got this month. It just says Volume 3. I know sometimes like they'll have like a name for the palette. And this is what it looks like inside. There is one what appears to be matte shade and all of the rest are shimmers, so I don't really see how I'll be able to create a full look with this. So this is the one I got this month. So this is the one I got this month, and this is the one I got previously. They are eerily similar other than this really dark shade that's in there. But again, one matte shade. I don't know how I'll be able to create a full look, but we'll try. The next thing in the box that I see is a Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Havana Nights, and I actually really like this color. Go ahead and swatch it. So whenever you pull the wand out, like, it almost looks really purple. So here's what this looks like swatched. It's like a black cherry color, like it's really burgundy. Oh, it matches my shirt. Hey. The next thing in the box is a Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strength and Moisture Leave-In Mask. This is for hair. Now, because I have dreads, I won't be able to use this, and I believe this is the third one of these I've received in a Boxycharm box, so I'll have to pass it along. The next thing in the box is a Starlux Ultra Luxe Longwear Eye Pencil in brown. So let me open this and I will swatch it. So whenever I took the cap off, it's actually more like a crayon in there as opposed to an actual regular pencil. And then the consistency of it really reminds me of an eyebrow pencil, not actually an eye pencil. Like, it was really waxy. I mean, it did go on evenly and smoothly. So we'll be trying that out as well. And then the last thing here in the box this month are two Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Masks. And I know Tatcha is a very expensive skincare brand. I actually have a few of their things, and they work really well, but they're also super expensive. So I'm curious to see what these are valued at because it's only two masks. Okay, so the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Hair Mask is $16 for the 2 ounce, and this is a 2 ounce. The Ofra lipstick values for $20. The Tarte palette has a value of $36. The eye pencil has a value of $19. I don't think I'd pay $19 for a pencil eyeliner, but I mean, that's just me. And most shockingly, the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Face Mask 2-pack is valued at $24. So this is $12 a sheet mask. For a sheet mask. I mean, we're gonna try it out, see how it works. Hopefully my skin looks well lit from within for $12 for a sheet mask. So very quickly before we start trying things out, I did add up the value of this month's box. Say hello to Barry! My cat decided he needed to come be a part of the action. This is Barry. So the value for this month's box was $115, which Boxycharm only costs $21 a month. I think that they did just recently raise the prices a little bit, but that's just for tax. So $115 worth of stuff for $21 is really a great deal. It's just the only issue I have is it may be $115 worth of stuff, but I'm not going to use all of these things. I will never get a use out of this, so it will be passed along or re-gifted to someone. I don't typically use pencil eyeliners as it is, except for my waterline and then tight lining my eyelid. So I will use the lipstick, the palette, and the Tatcha masks. But now we're going to jump into actually trying out some of these products. Okay, so the first thing we're going to try out is this Tatcha mask here. And it has this little, like, beveled edge to rip it open, which is nice. I just opened the mask and the juice from inside of the pouch literally jumped out and is now all over my vanity. Sounds like a great time. So this is the mask out of the little pouch. There is still so much of whatever is all over this sheet down inside of the bag. And it's literally everywhere. I now have this mask on, and the issue I always run into is my face is so small and these masks are so big that they never fit how they're supposed to. So the directions say to let this sit for 15 minutes. So I'm going to do that to get every penny out of this $12 face mask, and I will be right back. So I'm back. It's now been 15 minutes. My timer just went off on my phone. I am going to remove this and see how it went. Ah, so satisfying. Now, I will be honest about the mask. It did smell so strongly. I don't know if I'm just sensitive to whatever is all over it, whatever kind of moisturizer, cream, what have you is all over it, but it was pretty bad. So now I'm just going to rub in all of the excess that was all over the sheet. I mean, I knew there'd be a lot of excess because there is excess all in the bottom of the package when I actually took the mask out. I mean, I will be honest, My skin does feel really moisturized. It's almost kind of tacky feeling, but overall, my skin feels really nice after taking the mask off. So we will continue to see how my skin performs and holds up, especially once we actually get to the makeup side of this. Now, I did go ahead and swatch this wonderful palette that Boxycharm sent to me this month. These are the shades. So these are the swatches of the palette, and the one matte shade that's in the palette, which is here on my hand, you can't even see. So this is what the inside of it looks like. I mean, the shimmers are beautiful. I may even use one of them as a highlight today just to try it out, because I honestly don't think I could make a full eye look with just shimmers and one matte that you can't even see. Like it doesn't even look like there's anything there. I don't understand where it went. But I am going to do my best. Before I get started on the eyes, I am going to jump off camera again, get my face makeup on, and do my eyebrows. That way we can just jump straight to the eyes and continue from there. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I have my foundation, concealer, setting powder, contour, blush, and eyebrows done. As mentioned, I'm gonna try to use, looks like a mixture of 2 of these to try and create a highlight shade, just because it's so bad. So I'm gonna use the shade Treasure, which is like the super white one, but I'm gonna mix it with the shade Compass, which is this more, it's like a goldeny champagne one, and see if this works for me. Okay, so I did use that palette to highlight, and I really like it. I mean, since you can't use all of the shimmers to create one cohesive eye look. Speaking of cohesive eye look, we're just going to go ahead and jump in and try to create something. So, as mentioned, I am going to be using this guy here, and I thought I would also use this. This is the Suva Protégé palette that I actually got in my Boxy Luxe last month. So I'm gonna try these. Hopefully they're the only 2 palettes that I'll actually need to dip into, because I'm not trying to use 20 palettes to create one look. So without further ado, I'm first going to take this Morphe Jaclyn Hill fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the only matte shade in the palette. It is called Tiki, and I'm going to use that as a transition shade. And as figured, you can't really see much going on there because it's invisible on my hand, so I didn't think it'd be too visible on my eyelid. I am next going to use this plum shade here called Aesthetic, and I'm going to take it on this Luxie mini tapered brush that I also got from Boxycharm. And then to get rid of this harsh line I've created, I'm going to go back in with the Lone Ranger of the matte shades in this palette called Tiki, again with the Jaclyn Hill brush, and I'm just going to buff this line away. So, my camera died after I finished buffing the matte shade over the purple that I just laid down to even out any lines. I again went back in with the dark purple shade from the Protégé palette and buffed that underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to take this pink shimmer shade here called Heat Wave, and I'm going to take it on a flat little concealer type brush. And before I apply it, I'm going to spray it with setting spray. So this is what the eye look looks like prior to eyeliner. So for eyeliner, I'm going to attempt to use this brown crayon thing that Boxycharm sent me, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is the liner finished. Now this was the first time I've ever actually used a pencil liner to attempt to do anything similar to winged liner. This is very, very difficult to work with. The tip on it is, I think, too big to try to use around such a small area like your eyes. I mean, I got it to somewhat work, but definitely not my favorite. I did go ahead off camera because my camera died again. I don't know what its issue is. Apply lashes and mascara, and now the last thing I'm going to use is this Ofra lipstick, and then it's time to talk about overall value of the box and my opinion on whether or not the box is sort of going downhill thanks to the release of Boxyluxe. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and put this purple lipstick on. Okay, so this is this lipstick. It smells like straight up vanilla cake. It is awesome. It goes on really smooth. This is only one layer of the lipstick. I'm sure if you let it wait a little bit and dry down, it may give you a different effect. This wasn't patchy or streaky. It went on smooth, and I love the color. And I actually have so many like nudes and pinks and not very many colors like this, so I'm very happy that this is the shade I received and not some of those other ones that I've seen going around online. So overall, I think the box this month was decent. I don't think it deserves as much hostility that I've seen going towards Boxycharm. As I've said, there's maybe 2 items in this box that I'm not going to regularly use. The palette is okay. I'm a little bummed out that it was mostly shimmers because I feel like you can't do a cohesive look with this palette, at least not by itself. You will have to incorporate a different palette to kind of play off of the shimmers that are in the Tarte palette. But I'm not unhappy with it. The Tatcha face mask is incredible, and the lipstick was great. The liner was so-so, but it's okay. So yeah, overall, I'm not disappointed in it. I'm gonna continue to subscribe to Boxycharm. Now, if you're interested, I will have my link down below so you can go ahead and follow it and subscribe to Boxycharm yourself. I don't get anything out of it. I know that sometimes they do where each person that subscribes will get a free gift, including myself if you were to use my code, but I'm not sure if they're still doing that. As I said, Boxycharm is $21 a month, and just recently, like within the past few months, they rolled out Boxy Luxe, which is an additional $28.99 on top of your $21 a month, and Boxy Luxe is incredible. It was valued over $300, I believe, last time, so the grand total would be around $50 a month, but you only get your Boxy Luxe every 3 months. If you do sign up for Boxy Luxe, you will see 2 separate charges on your account. One will be for the $21 and then the additional $28.99. That does not mean that you're getting Boxy Luxe and a regular box. It just means that you will be getting Boxy Luxe for that month, but instead of charging you one big lump sum, they charge you a regular fee with the Boxy Luxe fee on top. So definitely worth it. Boxycharm continues to be my favorite subscription box that I have. So that has been my January review for Boxycharm. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye!